That is if I could keep this my parents created by lantern light.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. Our high school's round program to final this year. Here they are, the beautiful Melody, Jennifer Hatfield, Laura Sam, Nikki Snow, Danielle Swanson, and Alexia Wade.
Come on, you've got things to do, okay?
I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'm gonna need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Their own 23-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Rogers with a handoff. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rogers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Throwing on first down is Rogers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Working from the gun, Rogers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of him had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. A good pickup there, 22. First down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for only a couple, and they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
On the train, baby, stood here, crying up, not like clear. But I can't help myself, I must be selling down. Till then, they gon' get around. But I don't care if it's done before.
Here's Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive. And 3 points.
Hey, Haley! Hey, you want to dance?
Haley, yeah, that's me. Maybe later.
All right.
Killer dress. Hey, look, here's the deal, Alex.
Thanks for put on the board.
Forget about all the rules.
25-yard
Except for
line.
number 9. Number 9? The one that says that we'll be friends forever. Thanks, you guys.
Don't
I'll
know.
see you later, okay? Okay.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And from the 25, they move this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I mean, I was in the wrong with TikTok.
29-yard line. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 3-0.
You sure she downloaded that?
On EA Sports.
No.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Flushed out. Open man is Komet, the tight end. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside the pocket, complete the deep ball.
I don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks when they get outside of the pocket, you just big decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards not go around. A first down as well.
Also, I would like to take this time to announce this year's Winter Festival Queen of Hunter High. And the winner is Alexia Wheaton.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes he advances.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
Maybe a little gas.
yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Brings up 2nd and
3
7.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They'll only get a couple up to 30.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes Cohen. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Bears take over.
26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Down and 4.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he completes it to Cohen. 20, 10, the Bears push further out in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive when you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
3rd down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's Rodgers from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
1st down, Green Bay.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards. And the Packers
on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hi, how you doing, man?
Go for it. It's
Good, how you doing?
Rodgers.
I'm fine.
It's caught. Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones. As the first half is winding down. And the Packers are back within a score. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
makes the score Bears 14, Packers 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
The pass, fumble on the play, recovered by Green Bay.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Davante Adams. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Again, he was looking for Davante Adams, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Crosby puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right? I
think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now Cohen. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Sean Gibson brought him down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 14.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down at the
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cohen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, It may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers to throw. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down. The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That is caught by Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
Rodgers throwing here. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 18-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the 4th quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I must have a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for Green Bay, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.